Top of the 6th inning. We're joined now by Yankee vet Brett Gardner. Had a very productive night. Sac fly, single, double. Brett, thanks for hanging out with us, man.
Oh, thanks for having me, guys.
I got to ask you first, how did the wheels feel bolting into second on that double?
I had trouble shifting gears coming around first right there. It's still a little early for that, but yeah, all in all, I feel good and feel like I'm in a good place right now.
Brett, obviously, it took a while in the offseason, but eventually got the deal done. As you've gone through these first couple of weeks, what have the feelings been like just being back with the guys, back on this mission to try and win another title before the end of the road?
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting. I'm obviously excited to be back, excited to be down here in Tampa, and obviously, you know, the two things that brought me back was obviously an opportunity to win a World Series and the guys that we have on this team and in that clubhouse. You know, I've got a lot of close friends here, and it's good to, you know, have this group together. The pitchers finally started filtering over, and everybody kind of all in one place now, which is nice. They've been across the street for the last few weeks, so starts to feel a little more normal. Obviously, nice to have fans in the stands, and we're excited to be back on the field.
Brett, this is the only organization you have ever known. You're the longest tenured Yankee right now. Do you reflect at all when you come into spring training about what some of the first spring trainings were like for you when you were a youngster trying to find your place on the team? Yeah,
for sure. I mean, it definitely, it doesn't seem like 14 or 15 years ago. The time has really flown by, but I definitely, you know, I'm in a much different position now, and, you know, I remember the way I felt when I was number 91 and my locker was between, I think, A-Rod and Robbie Cano. And, you know, I remember being a young guy and remember, you know, not always feeling comfortable, and remember the way that the veteran guys, you know, went out of their way to make me feel comfortable, make me feel wanted. And obviously I try to return that favor to these young guys now that I'm kind of on the other side of it.
I know that feeling very well, Brett. You know, and you think about 2009, really your second year in the big leagues, you won a championship.
Yeah. And
now all these years later, you're still trying to get that bookend. You're trying to get that another championship. Is that something that the young guys talk to you about, what 09 was like? And is that part of your job description, you think, as far as leadership goes?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's definitely something that they ask about from time to time. It's something that I talk to them about from time to time and kind of, you know, reminisce on a little bit. But, you know, I think that was my first full season in the big leagues, and you kind of just, you know, being with the Yankees, you expect to be there every year, and obviously it's not that easy. And, you know, we've put in a lot of work since that time and haven't gotten back to that place, and obviously that's where we expect to be, and that's where, you know, obviously the Steinbrenners expect us to be, but especially our fans. And, you know, we've been pretty close the last couple years, and we definitely, you know, have finished the season the last few years with a bad taste in our mouth, and I think that does nothing but, you know, it fuels you, and it causes you to work a little bit harder and come in here into spring and not want to feel what we felt in San Diego last year. And I think that, you know, for the most part, so far in camp, our guys have done a really good job of putting the work in and, you know, taking things slow, taking things one day at a time, but, you know, working towards that end goal, which is to try and win a championship for sure.
Now, Brett, we know in addition to the leadership you bring to the clubhouse, you are also the ringleader of pranks. So how are they going this spring? And do we have a favorite target here in 2021?
So far, they're going pretty good. You know, I can't waste everything in spring training. I've got to save a little bit for the season, but
that ball hit hard, deep, and out to left. First run of the evening for Pittsburgh as Oliva goes yard, and the Pirates on the board. It's 5-1. Look at you, Brett, pausing for the action. You're ready for TV.
Yeah, if they hit another one, I'm going to have to get off here on bad luck. You know, we were doing pretty good before that. But, you know, Tyler Wade, he's my #1 target. You know, him and Clint Frazier, they, you know, they're like stepbrothers, and they go at each other pretty hard. But I think Clint really enjoys when I give Tyler a hard time. So, you know, those young guys, they keep me feeling young, and we have fun together. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's about coming in and getting our work in, and for the most part, taking things seriously. So, you know, try to lighten things up every now and then. But, you know, we got a good group of guys in that clubhouse.
Hey, Brett, you mentioned Clint Frazier, and almost seems like you have a big brother, little brother relationship with him. What has surprised you the most about watching him evolve over the last season, not only defensively, but really finding his own at the plate as well?
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy that, you know, has obviously made some good strides in the last couple years. But to be honest, you know, I've seen from day one what he's capable of, so I haven't really been surprised by any of the improvements that he's made or the success that he's had here over the, you know, recently the last year or two. I haven't really been that surprised, but because I know it's in there, I know what he's capable of, and I watch him put the work in and see how he goes about things. And, you know, he's another guy who very, very, very talented, and the sky's the limit for him, really.
He talked earlier in spring training. He's still a little upset about the turtleneck situation from the postseason of a year ago. Did you ever give that turtleneck back, Brett?
I ended up giving it back to him after a few games. I can handle the cold weather a little better than he can. So if I remember right, we were in Boston last year, and I kind of took it from him and wore it. And, you know, I might have gone over a day or two, and then I gave it back to him. So he's probably got it stuffed away somewhere. But, you know, I think there was only one left. That one was from the 90s. That's the David Cohn issued turtleneck. So, yeah, I don't think there's any of those left. So he was keeping it pretty close to him.
Yeah, Brett, do you feel like at this point in your career, you know, I know you're the type that won't concede anything, but do you feel like you have a different role this year? Or do you feel like you're still going to get your at-bats and that Aaron Boone's going to try to work you around a little center field, a little left field, and just still get your at-bats? But do you feel different with your role this year?
Honestly, no. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. You never, you know, for me, it's all about preparing to play every day. And obviously, if I'm not playing every day, then I'll adjust and be ready for whatever role I'm thrown into. But physically and mentally, you just have to be ready to play. And, you know, for me, you know, nothing really changes from last year to this year to 8, 10, 12 years ago. I feel like, you know, still trying to find ways to get better. And offensively, I've really tried to make some changes, you know, not just mechanically, but with my approach the last few years that I really, you know, feel have kind of paid dividends and helped me improve on that side of the ball. So I'm still trying to do that and, you know, go out there fighting for playing time, try and prove that, you know, me being on the field is, you know, being helpful for the team and trying to help the team win. And, you know, however that shakes out, obviously I'll be fine with it, but, you know, just keep working.
Brett, you had a huge home run on Sunday. We've seen some big home runs today and some big ones from Gary Sanchez throughout the course of this spring so far. When I spoke with Giancarlo Stanton earlier, I asked him about the offense, and he said it is unmatched. How would you describe this Yankees offense when you're on?
Yeah, I mean, really good top to bottom. Put a lot of pressure on the opposing pitcher and tough to plan against. You know, obviously we've got a bunch of righties, but we've got righties that are really good at hitting right-handed pitching as well. So, you know, just top to bottom, we never let up, and we've got a lot of depth. And, you know, I think that's our MO for the most part is, you know, go up there and try and be aggressive within the strike zone. You know, be patient when the time calls for it, but for the most part, just be aggressive in the zone and be savages.
Brett, I know, you know, you've had a close relationship with Aaron Judge really since he came up. If you were giving some insight as to, you know, what stands out when you're around him every day, when you watch him work, and when you've seen him kind of go through this journey from, you know, rookie phenom to one of the leaders of this team, what stands out most to you about Aaron that maybe people don't always notice or realize?
Oh, man. You know, just the way that he treats guys. He's literally the same guy every day, and it doesn't matter if it's me or one of the other veteran guys on the team or CC Sabathia the last couple of years, or if it's a young guy who maybe just walks through those doors for the first time. He's the same guy regardless. And, you know, I think that speaks volumes about who he is. One of the reasons he's so successful, and he's able to kind of keep that neutral mindset, not get too high, not get too low. And, you know, obviously everybody talks about how big he is and how strong he is, but he's a guy that really, really works very, very hard and very dedicated to his craft, not just offensively and in the cage with a swing, but defensively he wants to be the best player on the field on both sides of the ball. And, you know, that rubs off on his teammates and myself included in a positive way. It makes guys around him better, and you know, he's one of the reasons that I've made the adjustments that I've made the last couple years, being more aggressive at the plate, and you know, he's helped me as well, so I'm very thankful for that.
Brett, he made the comment the other day that this year he was focused on working smarter, not working harder at times. Have you changed your routine significantly at all over the last couple of years under that same kind of philosophy?
Yeah, you have to as you get older. I mean, you've only got you know, you've only got so much in the tank, so I think you have to be a little smarter about how you go about things, especially in the off season, especially you know, here in March as we ramp up, get closer to the season. You know, be smart about what you need to do and the work you need to get in to prepare for the season. So I think he's in a really, really good place right now. He looks really good, and we got a fly ball by Booney. It's out of here.
Oh, I like the play-by-play, Brett.
Yeah, Booney's not in the dugout, though. He's sitting outside, so I missed that one. I forgot he's outside today. But, yeah, I mean, just try to be smarter about, obviously, about what I do, but still, you know, continue to push it, continue to try to find ways to get better. And I think, you know, we've done a pretty good job of that.
You know, I did send a challenge down there, Brett, to everybody in there. We need more headset time. We need more play-by-play time. And we need to take this right here. Show us your skills right here. Just take it from right here. Let's see what you got.
Let's head it toward you guys. Make a play. Are you guys even here? Are you guys here, or are you guys remote?
Meredith is there, and I am in Stamford, Connecticut, at our Yes Network studios. David is at his home in Florida. How about that?
Typical 2021, right?
Exactly. The hoops that our technology and operations people have jumped through to make this happen, it's incredible.
Guys, I'm going to have to go.
Yeah, seems like it, Brett. All of a sudden, the Pirates offense has found its life here in the sixth with Brett Gardner on the headset as Goodwin comes up with a grand slam off of Wilson and ties this game at 5 apiece. And that'll do it for Justin Wilson. Brett, thank you for all of this time this inning. We so appreciate it, man. It's so great to have you back with the Yankees, and best of luck this season.
Thanks, guys. Look forward to seeing you guys in person soon.